There is a voice inside you, a whisper so quiet yet so powerful that it has shaped every moment of your life without you even realizing it. It speaks in the stillness, in the moments between thoughts, in the seconds before you make a decision. Some call it intuition, others call it the subconscious mind. But what if this voice is something much greater? For centuries, philosophers, mystics, and scientists have tried to unravel the mystery of thought. Is it just an illusion of the brain? Or is it something far more profound, a force that connects us to the very fabric of the universe? In the depths of history, hidden within the teachings of sages and scriptures, lies a secret, a truth that has been whispered from generation to generation. The idea that your thoughts are not just thoughts, they are vibrations, signals, the blueprint of your reality. Nikola Tesla once said, "If you want to understand the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." But what if he wasn't just speaking about the universe? What if he was speaking about you? What if your mind is not just a receiver of reality, but the very architect of it? Every thought you have is a command, a silent order sent into the unseen forces of existence. The things you focus on, the emotions you repeat, the stories you tell yourself, these are not passive reflections of your life. They are the creators of it. The subconscious mind does not distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. It simply follows the instructions you give it. And the instructions, they come from the voice within. But here's the real question. Are you truly listening? Most people drift through life unaware of the power they hold. They assume their reality is random, that their struggles are a matter of fate. But those who understand the law of attraction, those who have unlocked the power of manifestation, know the truth. The mind is not just a tool, it is the gateway, a portal to infinite possibilities. Ancient spiritual texts speak of a hidden force that guides those who are willing to listen. In the story of Elijah, God did not speak through fire, nor through an earthquake, nor through a raging storm. Instead, he spoke in a whisper, a quiet, almost imperceptible voice. The same voice that speaks within you, nudging you toward your highest potential. But the world is loud. Society fills your mind with distractions, conditioning you to believe that life happens to you rather than through you. You have been trained to doubt yourself, to silence your inner wisdom, to ignore the power that has always been within your grasp. Yet the greatest minds in history, visionaries, inventors, leaders, knew differently. They listened. They aligned their thoughts with their desires. They understood that the mind is not meant to be a prisoner of reality, but a sculptor of it. So what if everything you desire is already waiting for you? What if the success, the wealth, the love, the abundance you seek are not goals to be achieved, but frequencies to be tuned into? What if you already hold the key to conscious creation, but have simply forgotten how to use it? Take a moment. Breathe. Silence the noise around you. There is a message waiting for you, a truth that has been calling to you since the very beginning. The question is, are you ready to hear it? You have spent your entire life inside a reality shaped by forces you cannot see. Every decision you've made, every path you've taken, has been guided by something deeper than logic, deeper than reason. But have you ever questioned where your thoughts come from? Why certain ideas appear in your mind? Why some dreams feel within reach while others seem impossible? The subconscious mind is the hidden architect of your world. It records every experience, every belief, every emotion, silently weaving them into the reality you live. Scientists have proven that 95% of your actions, choices, and behaviors are driven not by conscious thought, but by the subconscious patterns you've absorbed over time. And yet most people go through life unaware of this invisible force, convinced that their struggles are random, that their failures are accidental, that their destiny is beyond their control. But what if that isn't true? What if your mind has been following a script, one that you unknowingly wrote? For centuries, spiritual leaders and philosophers have spoken of an unseen energy that connects thought to outcome. The Buddha taught that what you think, you become. Jesus said, "As you believe, so shall it be done unto you." The Bhagavad Gita speaks of the Atman, the divine consciousness within, shaping reality through intention. The law of attraction, the power of manifestation, the concept of mind over matter. These are not just ideas. They are the blueprint of existence. But if this is true, then why do so many struggle? Why do some people seem to attract everything they desire while others are trapped in cycles of fear, doubt, and limitation? The answer lies not in fate, but in the whispers of the mind. If the subconscious is a garden, then your beliefs are the seeds. Some have been planted intentionally. Visions of success, dreams of love, a future of abundance. But many more were planted without your awareness. Doubts sown in childhood, fears inherited from society, limitations accepted as truth. And like any garden, what is planted will grow, whether you tend to it or not. This is why your reality is what it is. Not because of luck, not because of chance, but because your mind has been repeating the same hidden affirmations for years. I am not good enough. I don't deserve success. Money is hard to make. These silent, unnoticed beliefs shape every action, every reaction, every opportunity that comes or goes. And until you become aware of them, you will continue to live inside a world of your own unconscious design. But what if you could rewrite the script? What if right now, you could take control of the patterns shaping your existence? Imagine waking up to a new understanding, where every thought, every emotion, every belief becomes a tool for transformation. Imagine realizing that the power was never outside of you. It was within you all along. The greatest illusion in life is that we are separate from our desires, that we must chase them, struggle for them, fight to achieve them. But the truth is, what you seek is already seeking you. The energy of abundance, success, love, and fulfillment exists all around you. The only question is, are you tuned to the right frequency? Are you allowing your mind to align with what you truly want? If you could break free from the old patterns, if you could silence the doubts, if you could hear the voice that has been guiding you all along, what would it tell you? Would it reveal that everything you've ever wanted is already yours, waiting for you to claim it? Or would it ask you something even more important? What are you still holding on to that is holding you back? Everything you've ever known about reality is incomplete. The world you see, the circumstances you experience, the patterns that repeat in your life, they are not coincidences, nor are they beyond your control. Science has spent decades searching for the mechanics of existence, dissecting the brain, mapping consciousness, analyzing the way thoughts form. And yet the most powerful discovery of all has been overlooked. Your mind is not just reacting to reality, it is creating it. Quantum physics has confirmed what mystics and sages have known for thousands of years. Energy responds to thought. Every time you focus on something, you are sending out a vibration, a frequency, a pulse of intention that shapes the unseen fabric of existence. The subconscious mind does not simply record memories, it directs the flow of your life based on what you believe to be true. The universe does not operate on luck, fate, or chance. It operates on alignment. And whether you realize it or not, you have been aligned with something all along. The ancient texts of the Vedas speak of the Atman, the inner self, the divine presence that exists within all things. The Tao Te Ching speaks of the flow, the current of existence that bends in the direction of those who surrender to its wisdom. The Bible states, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." Over and over again, history has whispered the same message. Your thoughts are not just thoughts. They are instructions. You were never meant to be a passive observer of life. You were designed to be a creator. Every great mind in history understood this. Nikola Tesla, one of the greatest inventors the world has ever known, believed that the key to unlocking life's deepest truths was understanding frequency, energy, and vibration. Einstein himself acknowledged that imagination is more powerful than knowledge, because imagination is what molds the future. The Wright brothers did not wait for proof that humans could fly. They held the belief first, and reality adjusted to meet their vision. If you have ever experienced a moment of synchronicity, when the right opportunity appeared, when a thought manifested into reality, when something you desired found its way to you effortlessly, then you have already touched the edges of this truth. The problem is not that manifestation doesn't work. The problem is that most people are manifesting unconsciously. They are attracting based on fear instead of desire, focusing on what they lack instead of what they want. Your mind is always creating, whether you realize it or not. The question is, are you creating by design or by default? If everything in the universe is energy, then your thoughts are like a tuning fork, vibrating at a specific frequency. When you focus on scarcity, you tune yourself to scarcity. When you obsess over obstacles, you align with resistance. But when you step into the frequency of abundance, of success, of limitless potential, you begin to attract those exact realities into your life. The mind is not a prison, it is a gateway, a portal between what exists now and what can be. But here is where the greatest illusion is shattered. You do not attract what you want, you attract what you are. You are not separate from your desires, waiting for them to arrive. You are a living signal, a broadcasting force, shaping the quantum field with every thought, every emotion, every belief you hold. The most powerful shift you will ever experience is when you stop asking when your dreams will happen and start living as if they already have. The secret has never been hidden. It has been written in every sacred text, studied in every advanced scientific field, experienced in every moment of transformation. But it is only when you begin to believe, deeply, completely, without hesitation, that your reality will begin to bend in response. The moment you realize that your thoughts hold power, that your subconscious mind is the most advanced tool for manifestation ever created, that the universe is not separate from you but responding to you, that is the moment everything changes. The question is not whether this works. It always has. The question is, are you ready to see the truth? Are you ready to stop waiting and start creating? Because whether you accept it or not, the process is already happening. The only thing left to decide is what you will choose to manifest next. There comes a moment when everything shifts, a moment when the illusions you once believed start to fade, and the truth becomes undeniable. It doesn't happen in a loud, dramatic revelation. It happens in silence, in the stillness between thoughts, in the space where your mind finally stops searching and starts listening. This is the moment of awakening. The moment when you stop seeing yourself as separate from the universe and realize that you are, and always have been, a part of it. For years you have been conditioned to look outward for answers, to believe that success, love, happiness, and fulfillment exist somewhere outside of you, waiting to be found. You were taught that effort creates results, that struggle leads to success, that the future is uncertain and must be controlled. But what if none of that is true? What if everything you seek is already within you? What if the wealth, the love, the success, the abundance you crave are not things to be pursued, but energies to be aligned with? Every great spiritual tradition speaks of this moment. The Bhagavad Gita calls it self-realization, the moment when one sees beyond illusion and understands their true nature. Buddhism speaks of enlightenment, the realization that suffering is a choice, that the mind is the key to liberation. In Christianity, it is the still, small voice, the whisper of divine truth that has been speaking all along, waiting for you to finally hear it. The human mind is constantly searching, constantly asking, constantly trying to control what it does, not understand. But what if the key was never in controlling, but in surrendering? What if you didn't need to force your way to success, but instead allow it to flow to you? The law of attraction is not about wishing. It is about becoming. It is about stepping into the version of yourself that already has everything you desire. The moment you stop chasing, the moment you stop resisting, the moment you stop believing that life is happening to you and start knowing that it is happening through you, that is the moment your reality begins to shift. For so long, you have carried the weight of doubt. The belief that things are difficult, that you must struggle, that manifestation is something that works for others but not for you. But where did those thoughts come from? Who planted them? Who told you that you were anything less than limitless? Those beliefs were never yours. They were inherited, absorbed, unknowingly accepted as truth. And now, you have the power to let them go. The subconscious mind has been waiting for you to take control. It has been listening to the stories you tell yourself, the words you repeat, the emotions you allow to define you. But now, a shift is happening. A breaking of the old cycle. A new awareness rising from within. This is the turning point. The moment when you realize that your past does not define you, that your fears are not real, that your limitations are illusions. You are not your circumstances. You are not your doubts. You are something far greater. Close your eyes. Take a breath. Feel the energy that moves through you, the force that has been guiding you since the beginning. This is not imagination. This is real. This is the power of manifestation, the power of consciousness, the power of your mind in its purest form. Nothing outside of you needs to change. You do not need more money to feel abundant. You do not need a new life to feel fulfilled. You do not need validation from the world to know your worth. The only thing that needs to change is you, your beliefs, your frequency, your alignment. And the moment you accept this, the moment you embody it, the universe will respond, because it always has. The moment of awakening is not when you see the proof. It is when you no longer need it. It is when you know, without question, that you are already enough, that you are already powerful, that you are already aligned with everything you have ever desired. And once you know this, not just in your mind, but in your very being, your world will begin to reflect it. This is the moment when everything changes. Not because the universe has finally heard you, but because you have finally heard yourself. You've spent your life waiting for the right moment, waiting for the right opportunity, waiting for a sign that it's finally time to step into the life you've always wanted. But here's the truth. No one ever told you. The sign has always been there. The moment has always been now. For years, you've let hesitation define your path. You've allowed doubt to become the voice you trust, fear to become the force that shapes your choices. But what has that given you? Where has that hesitation led you? Every time you told yourself, "I'm not ready," every time you convinced yourself, "I don't deserve it," you were not protecting yourself. You were delaying the inevitable. Because deep down, you already know you were meant for more. The subconscious mind is always listening. Every word you say, every belief you reinforce becomes the foundation of your reality. If you say, "I am not enough," your mind will find proof. If you say, "I am not capable," the universe will reflect it back to you. But if you say, "I am ready," if you say, "I am already aligned with my desires," the energy around you shifts. The frequency you emit changes. The opportunities that once seemed distant begin to move toward you. This is not about magic. This is not about luck. This is about alignment. The world does not give you what you want. It gives you what you are. And for as long as you continue to wait, for as long as you convince yourself that someday you'll be ready, you will remain in the same cycle, manifesting the same limitations, attracting the same circumstances. But the moment you decide, truly decide, that you are no longer available for fear, that you are no longer aligned with doubt, that you are already living in the energy of success, of abundance, of certainty, that is when your life begins to transform. You do not need to know the entire path. You do not need to have every detail planned. You only need to take the first step. The universe does not respond to hesitation. It responds to action. You can sit in thought forever, analyzing, questioning, waiting for the perfect circumstances. But nothing will change until you move, until you step forward, until you break the cycle of waiting and step into the energy of becoming. The greatest shift happens the moment you stop trying to manifest something outside of yourself and start embodying the version of you that already has it. Not later, not tomorrow, now. Because if you wait until you feel ready, you will wait forever. Readiness is not a feeling. It is a decision. Close your eyes. Feel it. The energy of who you were meant to be has never left you. It has been whispering, calling, waiting. Every vision you've had of yourself, confident, successful, powerful, limitless, was never a dream. It was a memory, a glimpse of what you were always meant to become. The law of attraction, the power of manifestation, the mind's ability to shape reality, none of it works without action. Because action is not just movement. It is the declaration that you are no longer waiting. It is the moment the universe recognizes that you are serious, that you are aligned, that you are ready. And once you take that step, once you fully step into the energy of certainty, there will be no turning back, because the person who hesitated no longer exists. The version of you who was waiting is gone. All that remains is the one who has decided, the one who knows, the one who is already living in the reality they once thought was impossible. So now, the only question left is this: will you take the first step, or will you spend another day waiting for a sign, when the only sign you ever needed was the voice inside you telling you, it's time?